What's going on, guys? In this video we're going to talk all about how to identify and draw demand zones properly. All right, we're going to start off with the SPY, the S&P 500, and the reason why you want to draw demand zones is because they are very powerful. They give you accurate entries into the market, and it will allow you to exit the market as well. So starting with the SPY, we're gonna just identify these waves going up and the waves going down, because this is gonna help us know where to start drawing our demand zones. All right, and notice I'm only talking about demand zones, not supply in this video, because I just want to keep you guys focused on one direction before moving on to the other direction. But the same rules pretty much apply to the downside as well. All right, so demand zones mean we're looking for the price to bounce off of a level and move the price up. All right, so the first thing I would start with would be, like I said, finding the waves up. All right, so in this case here, you can see we have a nice move down. The only time I really see a wave going up is right here, and that was followed by a move coming straight down. So I'm not really interested in drawing any demand zones right there. Now if you follow this action going into Friday, we could see this was a nice move up. All right, now from this move, I know that you started from somewhere, so I'm gonna reverse and then look to see where this move started from. Now I could see this red candle here where the move started, which is where most people, I guess, would probably start drawing their demand zones. But I see the whole concept of demand zones as it's an area where we started this big wave, and usually the breakout level, right, which would be here before this big move happened, would be a line that is very important. Why? Because this is the last resistance before this big move has happened. All right, so even though some channels, some people will tell you to only use the first red candle before the big move, right, I like to extend the rules a little bit more so that I could adapt with the price action day to day, right, week to week, year to year, right. Demand zones, it is technical, right, it's a step by step, but it's also an art because it's subjective, and I'm going to show you exactly why that is. So getting straight into it, I'm gonna start by drawing my demand zone here. Why? Because, like I said, this is a key level for me because this is the last resistance that the price broke out from. So all you got to do is just pretty much you grab your box tool, wherever that is, and you're gonna start the top of that box here at the top of that red candle. Now some people could start it at the body of the candle, which works as well, but I'm going to show you why I chose this one. So we have that top, and we're going to use the bottom of the box where this green move, right, started, right. Technically you want to say, okay, it started from this bottom of that red candle, but we're not going to use the red candle low in this case. We're only going to use the green candle low. All right, so the top of the box is from the red candle high, and the bottom of the box to the green candles low. And all you got to do is just drag that across. Now notice the price did not care about this zone, right? So it kind of makes you feel like you're not doing a good job. All right, but notice what happened after this move down, it came right back up. All right, this is a huge candle, and we actually pushed and recovered pretty much almost all the way to the highs. So what this move tells me is that this is somewhat of a call it manipulation, a stop hunt, whatever the case is. But this is telling me that this is a lot of bullish pressure. They just needed to take some stop losses out before they wanted to continue the movement up, which actually gives me more of a aggressive bullish stance, because this is telling me, hey, you guys need liquidity to do something. All right, what you guys trying to do? Now, this is Friday. Obviously, this demand zone wasn't really that useful for us, but if we just activate that drawing and drag it all across, drag it right there, now we got something. All right, so this was today. This is Monday morning, right? We're dropping. Oh, people think, okay, that's the bottom right there, because we're starting to come up, but we're still under this EMA, right? So we got to be aware we're still bearish. And notice it dropped right to that zone. Notice the candle could not close inside of that zone, which tells us this is respecting this level of the zone, the demand zone. So the green candle gives us a second confirmation, right? Let's zoom in. This candle gives us the second confirmation that price is respecting this gray box. All right, now this is where I ended up calling a trade out to grab some calls on the SPY, pushed up, and it ended up turning into about 25%. Let me see, the price we got it was 77 and it was 95 in this area. All right, so we took profit on some of that position, and we left some on and let that run. All right, but that shows you that by drawing this demand zone here, right, it wasn't until the day after we decided to respect it as support. All right, and you know, gave us some profit, came right back down to the bottom of that demand zone, which could have been a second opportunity. I didn't take it, but this is just showing you that demand zones could give you more than one opportunity. All right, and that is it. That is pretty much how to draw demand zones. And I could give you a second example, right? I'm going to give you a second example. This one could be like a little preview for next video, but this is the 4-hour chart. Before, we was on a 15-minute, and I'm going to draw a supply zone. I'm going to do the opposite. Instead of using the red candle before the green, I'm going to use the green candle before the red, because I'm moving in the opposite direction. So I'm just going to use the green candle low to the top of the red candle. All right, we're just following the same rules as before. It's just an opposite. All right, so just like that. So notice this was a supply zone. This was a supply zone here created from this big move down. Notice that the price came back to the zone, but then we held it as support. So this is showing you that whether it's a demand zone or a supply zone, they're very accurate in terms of these entries and the price respecting these levels. So if you're only drawing support and resistance, right, then you are missing out on key opportunities, right? Because you could do well drawing support and resistance and trading off of that, but there's some days where the market won't reach your support, it won't reach your resistance, but it will give you amazing trades within that support and resistance using demand and supply zones. All right, so that is it for this video. If you guys want to learn more, you could join my 6-week mentorship starting September 8th, right? Really good price, one of the best deals out there. You could check out the link and the details in the bio, and then we also have my Discord, which is in the bio as well. And if you guys want to book a complimentary one-on-one to go over your trading, just see where you're at and how I can help, then you could book that in the bio as well. So catch you guys in the next video. Peace.